Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Frederick Archer, aka Vinny. I'm along here with my co-host Israel Hernandez, aka Izzy.
What's up, What's up, everybody? I'm ready. Let's
All
get into
right, all
this, man.
right. We are live
Super.
once again. Because a lot of you guys don't know, this is our second take at this episode here at the Break Room Podcast. Once again, my brother, how you doing? How's everything going today, brother?
Doing good, man. I can't complain as usual. I'm ready to go.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm ready.
like I said, man, it really does kind of irk me because I felt like we had a great first run at this. But it's okay,
Mhm.
man. We're gonna do this again, and it's gonna be just as good, if not better. Um,
Roger.
First thing I want to talk about, man. First thing I want to get into, bro, is football. That's the big thing going around right now. Obviously,
Sir.
it's dominating the news. America's sport. They can call baseball America's pastime, but America's sport is football. We're not even going to deny that.
I
Um,
mean, it's only played here. You know what I mean? It's
I
only
mean,
played here. So,
they're gonna play it in Germany this week, and then they're gonna play. They
mhm.
played it in London the other day.
Mhm.
And around the world they play rugby. Speaking of which, we got my boy Matt Hardy coming on. I think in the next 2-3 weeks in regards to that. Former semi-pro rugby player. So he can't wait to
Wow,
join up. Yeah, he can't wait to join up. Be all up in this
it's
place.
amazing.
Yeah,
It's
brother.
amazing.
It is. It
Good
is.
things. Good things. Gonna have some questions ready for him.
Oh, for sure, definitely. You know what I mean? I want to know a lot of things about rugby that I don't know right now. But we're just gonna go through the list, brother. Just looking at everything right now. We're gonna run down week 7. It looks like the Bears beat the Patriots, which was a big
Mm-hmm.
surprise to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought Bill
Stunning
Belichick.
everybody.
Yeah, I thought Bill Belichick was gonna grind that down. I thought they were just
Mhm.
gonna absolutely just beat the dog shit out of the Bears. To be honest with you, especially with the way the Bears
Yes,
looked
sir.
last week. But they
Yeah.
lost, which was crazy. So that was surprising. Another thing that happened:
Mhm.
the Steelers lost to the Dolphins. I mean,
Yep.
Tua came back. He looked,
Like
not
himself.
great. Yeah, no.
No, he looked like himself, man. I mean, he looked composed back there. I mean, I liked it. I like what I saw. I mean, he's
Yeah.
he's turning out to be, a hit for the Miami Dolphins, which they really needed running around with Ryan Tannehill for years. So, I
I
mean, I'm glad to
mean,
see him back there. Glad he's
when he,
okay too, especially
yeah,
with the concussion.
100%. 100%. And he took a big hit during that game, which is not something I
Mm-hmm.
think he should continue doing. I think he needs to just start working and looking at what's homeboy's name from New Orleans, Drew Brees. Start looking at the way Drew
Drew
Brees
Brees.
plays. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I think his career can blossom and then take off from there. The Seahawks beat the Chargers. I'm just gonna keep preaching it, man. I think that it's not Geno Smith, even though he's playing phenomenal. I think it's Pete Carroll. I feel like he just makes
Well,
quarterbacks look
well,
fantastic.
he's got his setup quarterback that he likes, and it's the Russell Wilson prototype. Athletic, fast, able to throw on the run, and Gino fits the mold perfectly. And Gino is balling out, which is
Bro.
surprising to me, and I'm
Surprising,
happy for him. Happy, happy
surprising to
for him.
you. I'm a Jet fan, bro. Like I'm super surprised. I mean, this man, he hasn't
100%.
started and he hasn't really had like a chance to really play in like what 10 years, bro. Like he had that half-ass
Yeah,
chance in on the Giants where he took Eli's like consecutive game streak, but he's balling out right now. You know what I mean? Like if they keep doing what they're doing, he can legitimately be considered in the MVP conversation for the numbers he's putting up, and that's wild.
yeah, yeah. You look at those numbers. You look at what he's doing. You look at what the team. I mean, nobody expected this at all. Everybody
Uh,
thought DJ Metcalf would fall off. Maybe DJ Metcalf would be disgruntled and want to leave and everything. Gino's giving him hope right now, and he looks really good. And I thought that division would actually just run away with not the Chargers. I'm sorry, the Rams. I really thought the Rams were going to run away with that division. No Russell Wilson back there, Jimmy Garoppolo's whole thing over there in San Francisco, because you have Trey Lance and him fighting for that spot, and then Trey Lance goes down. So I really thought the Rams are going to run away with it, and the Seahawks just surprised me, and it's pretty good. I'm happy.
I'm happy for them too. You know what I mean? Like I said, they beat the Chargers, and the Chargers are a good team. San Diego's good.
Oh, solid. Justin Herbert, man.
I was about to say Justin Herbert's one of those dudes, man. He can sling it. So I was not
Okay.
expecting that. The Kansas City Chiefs, they beat the 49ers, which honestly I felt was going to happen, but I honestly think that the 49ers are going to pick it up now that they just made that big acquisition. You got Christian McCaffrey there. I feel like if you had another week there, they wouldn't have got smacked like that. I think they probably still would have lost, but I don't think they would have got smacked.
Oh, no.
Because
Give him more time to learn the plays and everything like that. Christian's a professional. He looks good no matter what, and that is going to spell relief for Debo Samuels. And
yeah,
that's
man.
exactly what you need for them. Let Jimmy G get it together. I think they'll be all right, man. They made the playoffs last year. I think they'll be all right, but you got to look at them Seahawks,
You
man.
got it, man. Those dudes are
Gino
playing.
is there, man. Gino's
Yeah,
there, man. What's
that's a
up?
fact. You want to know, just a little sidebar, right? Like one time I saw Gino pass the ball to Santonio Holmes when he was the Jets, right? When he was on the Jets. And I thought it was the most beautiful ball I had seen a Jet quarterback throw. Unfortunately, he couldn't follow it up, but like he's that guy, like you said, he has the skills to throw a nice ball on target, on the move. So that's good for him. So we'll see how the Chargers deal with them. Um,
Yeah.
the Raiders came
Right.
up on top. They beat the Texans. I mean, there's no surprise there. The Texans are fucking ass. To be honest with you, they're just. I am.
Dog shit.
I'm gonna let you know that right now. They are ass, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't expect anything much from them. I'm glad that JJ Watt's not there anymore because that's a sorry ass team right now, bro. That's a
Yeah, they
sorry
had a
ass
team a
team.
while back. And it just kind of fell apart,
They did.
especially with the things going on with Deshaun Watson and everything like that. But hey, whatever, man. Everybody goes
Yeah.
through it. Not
Yeah,
my
man.
problem.
Not my problem. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Not my problem.
Um, we got the Commanders beating Green Bay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not see that shit coming.
I don't think
I
anybody did.
I don't know
Not even
what the
Commander
fuck.
fans.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers out there. I don't know. I honestly think that they need to start running some more play action calls like and passes. They need to start running the ball more. You got AJ Dillon. Like I understand that you have Aaron Rodgers, who in my opinion is quarterback Jesus, right? Like that's
Mm-hmm.
who that's how highly I think about him. You know what I mean? Like that
I
he
mean,
is it. You know what I mean? Like he is it.
yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
like
Oh, he's definitely him.
you can't just let this guy go off and just say here pass 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 because he doesn't have those weapons. Those
Mm-hmm.
guys, they're
Yeah.
there, they're good, but they're not good enough to continuously get separation. You know what I mean? Start running the ball. It's not gonna work for you in the first quarter. You're not gonna fucking see this guy throwing crazy numbers. But it's Aaron fucking Rodgers, bro. Let him protect the ball, protect this guy in the first and second quarter. And now when the
Mm-hmm.
defense is tired and they're worried about stacking the box, let this man fling that shit. Cause ain't nobody flinging the ball better than him except for maybe Josh Allen and Kermit the Frog out there in Kansas City. What's his
Patty
name?
Mahomes.
Patrick
Patty
Mahomes.
Mahomes. Patty
Uh,
Mahomes, man. Yeah.
I, yeah, I'm
Mm.
here. I'm here. I'm here.
Wow. Come on now. Come
That's
on
what it is,
now.
bro.
Don't play the man. Don't play the
You
man.
know what I
He
mean?
can't
Like,
help it.
I know he can't.
He can't help it. He can't help it,
Shit.
man. Hey, Aaron Rodgers is not. I mean, he is still the same guy. It's just he doesn't have the same team as he had
It's the
around him.
truth.
He doesn't
It's the
have.
truth.
He doesn't have. What's his dude's name? The wide receiver, Adams. What's his
Devontae
place name?
Adams. Devontae
Adams.
Adams.
Devontae Adams. He doesn't have Devontae Adams anymore. Randall Cobb isn't the same guy as he was like
Not at all.
5, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have a safety valve. He hasn't built a rapport with these receivers yet. And you know what? That all counts, and that goes to show you that even the great ones, you know what I mean? They need help sometimes.
It's true.
I think Green Bay will be all right though. That division probably go to Minnesota, maybe because nobody expected to see the Giants playing this well. So
Yeah.
maybe it'll go to Minnesota. So I don't know if Green Bay will sneak in with a wild card game, especially dropping games to the Giants and Commanders. Like,
Yeah,
who
I
the
mean
hell
you
are
can't do
Commanders,
that.
anyways?
Can't even do that, bro.
No,
I
you
mean,
can't. You
especially to
can't.
the
You got to
Commanders,
win the
bro.
games. You
Those
got to
dudes are
win the games
ass.
you're supposed to win. You
You
got to win
know,
the games you're supposed to win. But I think he'll be all right, man. Minnesota will mess up somewhere down the line. I mean, their quarterback is who? Kirk Cousins. He's gonna mess up. Don't worry, Green Bay fans. He's gonna mess up. He's doomed.
Oh
He's due
man.
for a fucking L.
I mean,
He's
listen,
due.
he's been catching a lot of them this season. You know what I mean? He looks like he's gonna get another
Mm.
one after this.
Oh yeah, don't
The
worry.
Ravens barely squeaked by the Browns. We spoke about this at length, bro. I honestly believe that the Ravens are trying their damnedest to not let Lamar show out and ball out um, and really collect on the money that he's supposed to collect
Do
on.
something. Do
Yeah,
something. Yeah. Well.
I think it's coming
Mm-hmm.
down from the top. They're like, yo, listen, we're trying to win games, but we're not trying to blow people
Mm-hmm.
out. You know what I mean? Like, just look at this
Yeah.
whole, like, let's segue over to baseball. Look at what Aaron Judge, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? He bet on himself, and wow. You know what I mean? So they're not trying to have that same type of issue out there in Baltimore. I think they're really just trying to,
Oh
like,
hell no.
if they win,
Hell
they want to
no.
win by like less than 7 if they can each and every
Of
week.
course, man.
Um,
Of course.
and the reason I say that is because every game almost Lamar Jackson starts the game and it is just like fire, 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 fire. And then all of a sudden the offense slows down, the defense lets them down. It's like, yo, there's gotta be something going on there, bro. I just feel it in my heart. They just don't want to pay that man.
So do you think you thinking it's I don't know, man. Do you think the coaches and the owners conspiring to just keep holding them back or something? Is that what you're
Like,
saying?
I don't. So it's a reach for me to say that they don't want to win, But
Hmm.
parity in the NFL is crazy. You know what I mean? Like no team is really too far away from another team. So
Yeah.
basically, like if you don't keep your foot on the gas, like when you have your foot on
Mhm.
somebody's neck, you keep pushing it. You know what I mean? But I feel like
Yeah.
they get up high enough, and then they're like, okay, let's just try to not lose instead of try to win.
Okay.
I think the whole game
Okay.
plan
See,
changes.
maybe they're trying to protect Lamar. You know what I mean? Maybe they're just like, you know what, this division is kind of weak. You got the Browns, Bengals, and what's the other team? Steelers, sorry. And maybe they're just like, you know what, the division's kind of weak. Let's just hold them down. I mean, you're going against the Browns. They're not that good. I know it's a rivalry game, but they're not world beaters. So maybe they're just like, just trying to play it easy, just keep them healthy for the long run.
I mean, I hear
I mean,
you.
but I mean, you're right. I mean, I see that he only attempted 16 passes that game, threw for only 120 yards. That's not Lamar Jackson, but he
Not at
did
all.
carry the ball 10 times. Did carry the ball 10 times for 60 yards. So I don't know, man. That's not Lamar Jackson at
It
all.
really, it really
Jacoby
isn't, brother.
Jacoby Jacoby Brissett had a better game.
And then you
That's
say
yeah.
you say the division's
Wow.
not crazy, but what happens
It's
when
not.
the
Yeah,
Bengals
rivalry
wake
games.
up? What happens when the Bengals wake up? Because that's the next team I'm going to talk
I
about
mean,
right now.
Joe,
They
Joe Burrow did wake up a little bit,
Yeah,
didn't
that's
he?
what I was going to tell you. He beat the shit out
He
the
did wake up
Falcons.
a little bit.
He
Yeah,
beat
he
the
did.
shit out the Falcons, dog. I was like,
And
holy shit.
that's what you're supposed to do. You
That's a
beat those
fact.
bad teams, and that's what good teams do. So you know what? He did his job, and he beat him down and padded his stats, and was trying to make some money out there. And
I
looked
mean,
good doing it.
I
Scored
drafted him,
touchdowns.
and I
Oh,
started him,
same,
so it looked good for me. I was like,
same,
ooh,
same,
baby, let's go.
same.
I kept
I started him. I started him over Dak. That's a big
Yeah,
one
me,
for
yo,
me.
I have the same too. I have Dak and Burrows. Those are the guys I
Yeah.
drafted, and I was just like,
I
okay,
started him over
let's see
Dak.
how this goes. And I think he was supposed to put up like 21 points. I looked down at the end
Hmm.
of the third quarter, he had like 29. I was like, oh, keep it going, bro.
Hmm.
My man, I
Yeah, I
think he
was
ended
already
up with like,
sending my opponent messages.
yeah,
Already
I was
sent my
at,
opponent messages at that time. GG's. That's it.
yeah,
1 o'clock
that
game.
was it.
GG's, buddy.
That's it, bro. My man had like, I
Yeah,
think he ended up
feel
with like
good.
38 or 39 points. I was like, hell yeah, let's
Hmm.
get it. I was hyped.
Yeah.
I still lost
Reminds
though, but I was
reminds me
hyped.
of the year. It reminds me of the year you won championship, right?
Oh, yeah, you remember that, right? I was the third
I
pick.
do remember that.
Everybody picked everybody else, and here I am. Never played fantasy football in my life. Didn't know I wasn't supposed to pick a quarterback. You know what I mean? And who do
Uh-huh.
I pick? I pick Peyton
Peyton Manning.
fucking Manning. when he wilded
Yeah,
out,
that was the year he had what, like 50 touchdowns?
he was fucking wilding. I mean, every week it was like 4 touchdowns,
Yeah.
5 touchdowns,
Mm.
7
Yeah,
touchdowns.
that was unbelievable. That was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Back when my team
I
was
think you
called
lost.
Globo
I
Gym.
think yeah. I think you lost 1 week, and that was the week that he was on a bye. Fucking amazing, amazing. That guy
Yo.
carried you,
Oh my
carried
God.
you, made
To
you
the
look like a
chip.
genius.
To the chip.
Yeah, made you look like a genius.
That's a
Yeah,
fact. And
yeah. Still a little salty about that one.
I'm gonna ride that forever, bro. That was my first chip, bro. First one.
Yeah,
First and only.
just imagine you telling your son this.
Let
Daddy
me
won this chip when Peyton Manning. You know who that is? Let me go get a fucking VHS tape and show you.
let me
That's
tell
what
you
he's gonna have to
something.
do.
I'm gonna tell you this right
Horrible.
now. God has to keep me humble because God knows that I am not humble at all, bro. Don't let me win another
Mhm.
championship. It's over. Don't
I
let me.
won't. I won't. I
Yeah.
won't.
You think my
I
dad is
won't.
bad? You think my dad is bad?
I
Yeah.
won't. I won't.
Yo.
Believe me. Believe me. I'm tired of
Oh,
hearing about it. I
that's a
won't.
fact. That's a fact.
But
Other
yeah,
game that was on the
back to
docket. Other games that were on the
what's up.
docket. We had 2 trash cans play each other. The Titans and the Titans and the Colts. You know what I mean? That was it.
Yeah. Did anybody watch that? Did
I
anybody
didn't.
watch that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know they played. They didn't even go on NFL Red Zone. That's how horrible they were. You know what I mean? They terrible,
Seems,
horrible.
seems like the what is it? Thursday primetime game. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, man. You would have thought
That's what that seemed
You
like
would
to
have
me.
thought Russell Wilson played for both teams. That's
Yeah, you might as well throw Westbrook back there. Actually,
a fact.
maybe
That's a
Westbrook will
fact.
do something. Maybe Westbrook will do something different for us. Cause
Uh,
shit, can't shoot the
not,
ball.
I mean, he can't lay the ball up either. But I digress. The
Hmm.
Panthers beat the Bucks after trading away 2 of their best players, Robbie Anderson and
Yes.
Christian McCaffrey. And what the fuck is
Mhm.
going on in Tampa Bay?
Maybe Brady misses Giselle. I don't know.
Speaking of which,
Something's up with the man.
speaking of
Something's up with
which,
the man.
my
Mm.
man Antonio Brown out here posting videos of when Giselle came to hug him during the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And it looked like it don't look good
Mm.
for a man, bro. It don't look good for the man,
Mm.
bro. I mean, I
Mm.
don't like saying that, but when you put it into context and you just watch that little snippet of how she came and hugged him and looked him in his eyes, she was like, "I remember that day in the shower." That's all I can see in my face. Like I was like, "Yo, ooh, Antonio
Wow.
Brown is a wild guy, bro."
Wow.
You know, so
Wow.
there's a lot going on. I don't know. This is what it looked like.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Cannot speculate. Oh,
Horrible.
I don't know. It's another
Uh,
man's wife. I don't
it
know.
is. I don't
It's
know,
not
bro.
no.
It's rough.
Uh,
You know, I know if I was Tom Brady, I would go call
mm.
Gronk and I'd be like, "Hey, Gronk, remember Aaron Hernandez? I'm gonna need you to do me a solid."
Oh my God. Mm. Mm, mm, mm.
You know,
Hey, we
that's
should
just
stay away from that. Okay, that's
that
not good.
that would have been me.
That is not good,
I
man.
would have said something like
I
that.
think
You know,
I think
but
I would have to go see Mr. Antonio Brown myself. That's what I
yeah,
would do. But yeah, they didn't look good. Buccaneers don't look good. I mean, I don't know what's going on with them over there, but ah, Brady and Mike Evans need to get it together.
I mean,
That's what they need to do.
Mike Evans dropped the most wide open pass I ever seen in my life, brother. Like I've seen wide open people before, but never in like the NFL,
Yeah.
bro. Like on some serious shit, I said this. I really think that I could have made the same play that my man's made out there. Mike Evans just it hit like every body part, bro. It hit his fingers, his wrist, his palm, his forearm, his elbows. He headbutted it. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? My man kicked it with his knee and his leg. Like it hit every part of his
mhm.
body, and he still couldn't get it. You know what I mean? Like that just goes to
Yeah,
show you how
that's gonna be
bad they're
on
doing that.
ESPN for a while. Pretty
I
sure everybody could catch that one, except for Mike Evans.
Yeah, I was about to say that. If
But
there was if there was Shaq and a fool in football, he'd be on it. I'll tell you that right
I'm
now.
pretty sure there is. Pretty
Yeah,
sure
there's
there is out there, man. That's not
Manning
gonna
a
be
fool.
Dilfer's Dimes. Manning a fool. That's not gonna be on Dilfer's Dimes. Tell you that much.
Ah, man. And then we got the Cardinals beating the Saints. I feel so bad for the Saints, bro. My boy Los, I know that, a couple years
Mhm.
ago he felt they should have been going to the Super Bowl if it wasn't for that pass interference
Oh,
call.
oh
And
yeah.
and now they're just terrible, bro, in my opinion. They're just not doing what they should be doing. I think they should be a lot better than they really are. Um
100%. 100%.
it is what it is though,
This,
bro.
I mean, this. We all knew this was going to happen. The post Breeze era. What are you going to do? They weren't ready for it, I guess. But you have Andy Dalton out there right now, and there's a reason why Andy Dalton's not with the Bengals anymore. And Saint fans are looking at it. I mean, he had a stint with the Cowboys, and it didn't work out well there either. So this is what you get. You got to go out there and find that next quarterback, and got to go out there and find that next coach. I think,
I mean,
but whatever.
just look at all the teams that are coming off of, their legendary quarterback. You had the
Mhm.
Colts, you know what I mean? They tried once Peyton Manning was gone. They
Still looking,
got
man.
they got Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck decided to
Hmm.
retire because he had a lot of injuries, but he was doing it up for a
Hmm.
bit. And
Hmm.
now look, they've got nobody.
Yeah,
He ended up going to
yeah.
Denver.
They're
He
running
ended
with
up
Carson Wentz right now. Oof.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Then my man Manning went to Denver, and what ended up
Hmm.
happening? After him, they just been cycling
They
through,
can't.
and
They can't find the next guy.
nope,
No, I
nope.
mean this is what happens. When your quarterback decides to leave, especially you had a great one for years. It's bound to happen. Thank God the Cowboys didn't go through it. I mean, the Jets went through it for the longest time.
Yeah, bro,
Haven't
and
found the guy yet. And hopefully Zach Wilson is the guy for you.
you got you
So
got
far so good.
you got teams like the Patriots after Tom Brady left
Mhm.
them.
Yeah, Mac Jones looked good last year. He did a pretty good job. It's
Yeah,
just he's in a really rough division.
man,
Buffalo Bills look good now all of a sudden.
I just can't wait for the Jets and the Bills to beat the shit out of the Patriots. Like I hate them that much. I hate
Miami will do
everything.
it too.
I hate everything about that area, bro. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I don't eat Boston
Mhm.
baked beans. I don't eat Boston market. I don't eat New
Facts.
England clam chowder. I don't like
Facts.
anything from there. I don't like the Celtics, the Bruins, the Red Sox, the
The
Patriots. The
women
only
don't like
the
him. Fuck
well,
him.
you know what I mean? I don't like anything from Boston, bro. I don't like anything from Boston. Like
Facts.
it just doesn't make. I don't like the
Facts.
stupid ass accent. I don't like how they speak. Everything just upsets me about Boston, bro. I just ooh. And I said this once, and I'll say it again. The
Yeah.
only thing
This
good to
is
come out that area is Family Guy, Quahog, Rhode Island. That's it.
facts. Facts. I don't even like Marky Mark. Mark Wahlberg, what do you want to
Mm,
call him?
mm,
Fuck him.
Nah, bro, not my cup of tea.
No.
And then we gonna talk about it. The Cowboys beat the living shit out of the Lions, and that
You
was
get
a
a
good
you get a nice
beatdown.
sigh of relief. You get a nice sigh of relief. We're coming back to earth. We got our quarterback back. That's all I can say, Vinny. That's all I can say. We got our quarterback back. Things look things look good. Things look good. How about them Cowboys?
How about them? You know what I mean?
How
Like
about them Cowboys?
they got pretty much touched up by the Eagles, last week.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
is something prior to us
Hmm.
skipping last week. You said that we were gonna see because they never played a good team except the Cowboys that were coming
Hmm.
up. You were pretty confident. You thought they were gonna win, and they didn't.
Well, Cooper Rush. I mean, he's not the guy. I'm glad now everybody can see and we can stop the debate already. It's finally over. Cooper Rush is not the future. I mean, never was. It's the reason why the man went undrafted. And there you go. You see it now. Good game manager. Doesn't turn the ball over too much, but when a real defense came in front of him, he choked. And I don't think that'll happen again with Dak behind center. Sorry.
I
Just
don't
not
think
going to
so
happen.
either. I don't think so either. I wasn't expecting them to lose like that. I mean, in the first half, they were getting smoked, and if it wasn't for their defense, like
Mhm.
really, really, like holding it down for them, I don't think they would have came back into that game.
Yeah.
Like they made it a game in the fourth quarter. I was like, oh, this is a game. I turned it off after
Well,
the
yeah,
first half. I was like, oh nah, my boy is
yeah.
probably hot right now, bro. Just watching this
Oh, I
game.
was, man. I was. I didn't want to leave the house. I was kind of pissed about it, but whatever. You know what? It just went out to show everybody that Cooper Rush wasn't the guy. He what he throw? 3 interceptions that game. Only had 1 touchdown. He he's not the guy. I mean, they they did everything right. They stopped the run and they forced Cooper Rush to beat them. And they knew Cooper Rush wasn't going to be able to beat them. And that's a fact. And that they did it and it proved them right. Cooper Rush wasn't able to beat him. I think if you put Dak behind center, though, Dak's not making all those. No, he's not throwing those picks. No, he's gonna. They're gonna have to prepare for Dak as well as the run game, and that's gonna be the difference in it. As far as the Eagles' offense doing much, they went completely silent after the first half. Sorry. You look at the numbers. They didn't do much. They only scored 6 points after the first half, and they didn't score the 6 points until the fourth quarter. So I think the Dallas defense did its job and proved to everybody, yeah, we're still a top defense, and this is just a little blemish right here, and that's all it was to me.
It happens,
Eagles
bro.
have a soft ass schedule. Eagles have a soft ass schedule. They'll be the talk of the town. They'll be the number one team in the NFL for a minute. But once they come to play the Cowboys again, it's going to be a different ballgame, 100%.
Now,
Mm,
with the Giants winning, right, and
mm,
with the Eagles on the roll that they're on right now, and the Cowboys winning,
mm.
how do you see the NFC East shaking out? And I'm not even going to include the Commanders because fuck them, they
Who?
suck.
Well, the NFC is shaking out. I think the Cowboys will come in second because just of the simple fact that the Eagles' schedule is shitty. Unless an injury hits them pretty hard. Jalen Hurts. God forbid. I don't want to see anybody hurt. You know what I mean? I wish no ill will on anyone like that. But
Didn't they just
if it,
trade for Robert Quinn or something like that?
yeah, they just traded for Robert Quinn. I mean, they're going all in. Why
Yeah.
not? The NFC right now, the best teams in the NFC, two of them are in the NFC East right now. Like if we went, Vinny, and ranked the NFC top five, your top five teams, I bet you the Eagles and Cowboys are up there in the top five. They
If
have
I
to be.
was if I was up there, I would say that they're easily in the top five, if
Yeah,
not the top
exactly.
two teams.
But as to your question, I think the Eagles will take the NFC East. I think the Cowboys will come in second, and the Giants will come in third. Obviously, I'm waiting for the Giant. Like the wheels got to fall off on the Giants team. I mean, they're not good. Like, come on, man. They're struggling against the Jags, man. They're not good.
Bro, I mean,
I, I,
that's something that really just like befuddles me. I don't know how they keep winning. But they
no,
say, there's no good team in football that's like 6-1. What is it? They're 6-1, right?
they are 6-1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't be a bad football team and be 6-1. But this team is challenging that notion. You know what I mean? They're
yeah.
not, they're
They're
not a
horrible.
they're not a good team. You know what I mean? Are they winning? Yes. And let me tell you this right now. I'm telling you this as honest as I possibly can. If they were my team, I wouldn't give a fuck how they won as long as they won. You know what I mean? But from the outside looking in, I'm just sitting there like, yo, bro, like, are you kidding me, bro? Like, we're really watching
Yeah,
this right
like
now.
wait, what's going on? Exactly. Like, Giant fans, they're going off about how good Big Blue is, and I just don't see it. I mean, Daniel Jones is not the guy.
He
I
isn't.
mean, he isn't a guy. Saquon, yes, Saquon's a great
Yo,
running back. Hall
what?
of Fame potential,
Har-
but Saquon has one problem, and that's staying healthy.
I mean, it's hard to stay healthy
So,
when your quarterback fucking sucks. And then everybody's gonna sit there
100%,
well,
100%.
give Daniel Jones a good receiver, and he'll be able to do some stuff. Bro, he doesn't
Mhm.
even make regular routine throws, bro. Like it's so hard for him.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's talks about them going out and getting a wide receiver, but whatever. I mean, I still don't believe in Daniel Jones. Sorry,
Yeah,
I don't.
they're talking
It's
about trying to
he doesn't. he doesn't put that fear God, like, he doesn't, not even fear God, but like, oh shit, Eli's got the ball right now. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Like Eli was
as
serious,
crazy. We used to always make fun of him because he used to always look fucking stupid, like stupefied when he wasn't playing.
Mhm,
But let me tell you
mhm.
something. Eli Manning with the football in his hand, like
Turns up.
anything, bro. It was like you better be ready. Like you better be ready to play Eli. You know what I mean? Like I
Mhm,
can tell you this. Like other teams would go in there into MetLife and be like, holy snap.
mhm.
We gotta really focus in. We can't let Eli beat us. Like we can't let Eli, like,
100%.
you don't sit there and go, we can't let Daniel Jones beat me.
No, no. I mean, it's Daniel Jones. He's not great. He's not a world beater. He's come on, it's Daniel Jones, man. You go over there and be like, all right, let's contain Saquon and let's go beat Daniel Jones because we
That's a
know
fact.
we can do that.
That's a
I
fact.
mean, they struggled, bro. They struggled against the Jaguars, man.
If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for Trevor
Listen,
Lawrence, and his wide receiver,
beating
like,
Trevor Lawrence.
yeah, I mean, I think
I
he was
mean,
overrated, honestly.
the Jaguars are a perennial last place team, and they took the Giants to the last 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Scared the
To the
shit
last
out of them.
play. To the
So
last play.
last one scared the shit out of them. I don't think. I'm sorry. I just don't think they're any good.
I
I
don't
don't
think they're
think
any good.
Daniel Jones is good. I don't think the Giants are good. I'm just waiting for the wheels to fall off. You can go back, Vinny, and look at who they've beaten and, you know, the list of shitty teams. Uh, Jags, they beat the Jags. They beat the Bears, Ravens. That was
Again,
crazy.
you know my theory on that.
Packers. Yeah, yeah, I know your theory. Packers. I don't know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers, but I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You got beat the fuck out of by the Cowboys.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
I agree.
Without Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush was able to throw 215 yards with one touchdown. Daniel Jones, he threw for 196 yards with an interception. I mean, come on.
I mean,
It's
they
just
made
he's
him
not the
look
guy.
they
That's true.
they're good enough to not
Mhm,
be the Colts or the Texans.
mhm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So they're good enough to be
Hmm.
above that bracket. They're a mid team. You know what I mean? They're not
Oh, yeah.
elite. They're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
elite,
They're
but
just,
they're not elite, but they're
yeah.
not garbage either. I'm gonna keep it a buck. They're not
Yeah.
garbage either.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens when they have to play Pete Carroll and the boys this week. I'm
I
very
can't
excited for
wait.
that.
I can't wait.
Let's
I
go,
want to see what's
Gino.
gonna happen. Let's
That's a
go,
that's a
Gino.
game. That's a game that I got circled. I'm going to be watching that one. I'll be sitting there with
Yeah.
popcorn watching that one because I have a feeling the Giants will lose that game.
My man
100%.
said, "Let's
They're not it.
go, Gino."
Yes. Yes. I'm going to be the fucking 12th man over there. That's what
let's
I'm going to be.
let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah. Let's go,
Um,
Gino.
Now as far as the Cowboys, man, like I want to have a serious conversation with you. Like as far as them, like
Just go for it.
there's a mentality out there that the Cowboys only care about the star, and I don't mean like the star on the team. I mean like they care about being stars. You know what I mean? Like they do things that I
Mhm.
think they really care about. I think they care about themselves more than they care about the team. And that's because you look at guys like Ezekiel Elliott. You know what I mean? Like he's starting
Mhm.
to come on. As of late. And it looks like he wants the ball more. But like realistically speaking, bro, like you're not that guy anymore. You're not that guy. You know what I mean? Are you
Mhm.
still good? Yeah, you're a really good running back, but you are not that extremely good running back that you were before. You know what I mean? We saw my man
Yeah.
hurdle somebody
100%.
this week. We saw him hurdle him this week, and my man did the Zach
Mhm.
Randolph hurdle. You know what I mean? Like he just split his legs. He didn't even jump. He just split his legs. I don't know if you
Hey, it,
remember. I don't know
it,
if you
it had
remember that.
everybody hyped. Yeah, I remember that, but it had everybody hyped, had everybody reminiscing about 2016.
Come on,
You know
bro.
what? Leave the man alone. Leave the man alone. He old now, but he's doing his thing right now. He's
Bro.
he's he's doing his thing, Vinny. You can't deny it.
My
Can't
man
deny it.
jumped.
It's
My man
fine.
jumped like Super Mario Brothers back in Nintendo days, where they just split their
Hmm.
legs. That's all he did,
Hmm.
bro. He just split his legs.
All right. Well,
Um,
we had this conversation yesterday, and I'll repeat it again. Let Zeke go out there and do what he's doing because right now it's working. You have Tony Pollard sitting there being the team player, getting them yards, and he's not complaining about it. And after other reports today coming out that Zeke's hurt from last week's game against the Lions, he's coming out saying, "Don't worry, I am playing Sunday." So I mean, does that sound like a guy that's just out for himself, or
I mean, he may be trying to get paid. He might be sitting there like, no, I'm not
I
injured.
think
I'm just
he's
trying to get
already
my
paid?
numbers up so I can get paid.
I think he's already paid. You need to leave that man alone. He's already paid. Leave him alone.
We'll
He wants
see.
to go out there and win. That's what he
You,
wants to
you
do.
know what I mean? And then like your defense is fucking amazing. Don't get me wrong, right? The Cowboys defense is
Oh,
amazing.
100%.
But
100%.
your boy Trayvon Diggs, I think he gives up way too much. I think he gives up way too much ground on guys. You know what I mean? Is he doing some shit out there? Yeah, I agree. He is doing some shit out there when it matters. But yo,
Yeah,
like, how can you really keep that up? Can you really be giving up that much chunks of yards only to get like one interception? You know what I mean? And I say only one interception, like it's an easy thing to do. It's not. But at
that's
the end of the day, like, come
nice.
on, bro. Like you can't be doing that all the time. Like you have to learn how to play your position at some point or another. Like officially play your position at that.
I think the man plays his position well. I'm sorry. I think he knows what he's doing back there. But he's already got 3 interceptions on the year. I think he's fine. Leave the man alone, man. You keep
So
coming after my team. I'm
he
getting
has
upset about it.
he has 3 interceptions this year, right? But
Mhm.
how many
Yeah.
yards has he given up?
Okay. He all right. Yes. He gets beat, once in a while. He does get beat with the long ball.
Bro,
But
if it wasn't for your linebackers and your
oh, a
defenses, bro.
100%. This is a team game. 100%. And the Cowboys are gonna feel the loss of Jordan Lewis now. You know, you're gonna feel the loss of Jordan Lewis. They need to do something else to bring another defensive back to this team because it's gonna put on more pressure on Trayvon Diggs. But you got to look at it what he did, against the Rams. He held Cooper Cup down. Cooper Cup only scored 1 touchdown. He wasn't a big factor in that game. Yes, the defensive line was all over Matthew Stafford,
Mhm.
but he's also covering Cooper Cup, and that's giving the defensive line more time to get to Matthew Stafford. So he's got to be doing his job well.
I mean, he's doing his job as well as he possibly can, but I honestly
Mhm.
think that all his deficiencies are just covered up by how good your middle
Defensive
linebackers
line
are,
is,
yeah,
I
and the
mean, yeah,
defensive line.
of course, man. But this is a team game, and they're out there playing the team game, and you know what, it works right now.
You know, like
You know,
there's always guys out there that are like really good cornerbacks, like really all time legendary cornerbacks, right? And
Mhm.
I take a look at this guy, right, and he's doing some really good stuff. But is he
Yeah,
going to be the worst, a worse version of Patrick Peterson?
100%, bro. Patrick Peterson was a monster.
He was, but
Can't
he
how
he
you
he
compare
was
these
he
guys?
was he was wilding, right? He was wilding, like he was
Yeah.
there, and he was getting a lot
Mhm.
of interceptions. Trayvon Diggs is getting a lot of interceptions, but like at least Patrick Peterson was where he was supposed to be a majority of the time. Like he was wilding
Oh,
on
yeah.
people.
Yeah, all right. But you also have to remember this is his second year in the league. Like, leave the man alone. I mean,
No,
he's no Sauce Gardner.
yeah, I was
Okay,
about to
is
say,
this
I was
what you're
about to
trying to get at?
say, I was
He's
about to
no
say,
Sauce Gardner. Okay,
don't give me no 2 year
he's
stuff because my
no
man is,
Sauce Gardner. Yeah, he's no Sauce
yeah.
Gardner. I understand that, but he doesn't have to be in this defense. Do you understand me?
Oh,
He's
I get
got
you.
dudes to pick him up. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. It's a team game. Micah Parsons, uh, Dorrance Armstrong, Demarcus Lawrence, they're there to pick him up. They're gonna give him more time as long
I
as he gives them more time. So right now it works. Yeah, yeah, imagine the Cowboys with Sauce Gardner. How many sacks these boys would have?
Bro,
It'd be
first of all,
amazing.
don't try to do that to me, bro. Don't try to do that to me. Don't try to take my Sauce Gardner and put him on your team.
No, but I'm just saying, bro. Like, if we had a shutdown corner like Sauce Gardner, you know what I mean? Like, that's gonna give the defensive line more time to get to that quarterback.
That's a fact. That
So
is
you
a
know what?
fact.
He's doing what he's doing back there in that backfield, and the Cowboys are still getting them sacks.
I
So
mean,
you know what? He's doing his job, man. He's doing his job.
I'm gonna be
There's no
honest with you.
complaint.
I mean, he does his job. Like that. I don't want this to seem like I'm doing like a hit
Mhm.
job or a hit piece on Trayvon Diggs.
No, 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 no.
You know what I mean? I just, like you see a guy who's able to do something like this, right? Like you see what he's able
Mhm.
to do, and you're just like,
Yeah,
damn, like that's a lot of potential.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you look at a guy
100%.
like that, and you're like, yo, that dude's got a lot of potential, dude. Like he can really do
Mhm.
something. If he just puts his mind to it. And I think he just relies on all of his natural ability right now. And one day that natural ability is going to go away, and it might
Oh,
cut his career
100%.
short. It might cut his career short because he doesn't have all
100%.
the other skills. And I feel
One
like
of
he
the
needs to do
one of
that.
the toughest positions to play in football is probably defensive back. I
No,
think we
bro, it,
talked
it,
about it
it is
yesterday.
not. It is not one of the toughest. It is the toughest position in
Yeah, I
football.
think we discussed this
Yeah,
yesterday, and Trayvon Diggs is doing a good job right now. How many teams right now would say, you know what, I'd take Trayvon Diggs?
a
I
lot.
bet you, there's 32 teams. I bet you more than half would say, you know what, we take Trayvon Diggs in a
I'm
heartbeat.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
So
I'll tell
they're
you.
doing
I'll
their
tell you a
thing.
team.
Leave my man alone.
I can tell you two teams that don't want him:
Here we go.
the Bills
No,
and the
there we go.
Jets.
Yeah, yeah.
That I
All
can
right,
tell
let's
you
get
two
it.
teams.
Let's talk about. I mean, I'm a big fan of Sauce Gardner. I
Yeah,
am.
brother.
I'm a big fan of him. I'm
Yeah,
a big
brother.
fan of him. He's got another name to that hit list.
That's a fact.
You want
He's
to go
got
over
some
that
hit
hit
list.
list
Oh,
for
we
us?
we definitely are gonna go over the hit list, 100%. But before we talk about Sauce, I want to talk about my team and what they are doing. They are third in the AFC. What is up? 7 weeks in, 5-2.
Hmm.
All
Yes.
right, 7 weeks
Yes.
in, 5-2. All right, yo, the
Hmm.
Jets are the second team ever to have a winning record through seven, being the underdog in all 7 games. Let's
It's
fucking go,
amazing.
bro.
It's amazing.
Let's
It's
fucking go,
it's
bro.
it's truly amazing. And just like we did with the NFC, we could do this with the AFC. You have to mention the Jets as one of your top five teams in the AFC right now. It is not a joke. They look amazing. Big injuries just hit them this week,
Yeah,
and you hate to see it, but let's see what impact it has on them.
I
You're
mean,
losing your
uh,
star running back right
yeah,
now.
bro. Star offensive rookie of the year. I thought he was gonna win that
Mhm.
easily. Brees Hall goes down with
Definitely
the
could have.
tore ACL
Definitely could have.
and a meniscus injury, so he's out for the season. I know we just traded for homeboy. Damn, I just keep forgetting this guy's name, bro. Just because he hasn't
Oh
been
my
on my
God,
team yet.
Robinson.
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 Like
James Robinson or something like that.
yeah, like I haven't seen him play for my team yet. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people will
Mhm.
sit there and be like, "Well, how are you a Jet fan and you don't know this?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, because I am a Jet fan, but I don't know every single person, in the NFL. Like, this is my
Mhm.
third sport, legitimately. Like,
Yeah.
I love basketball, I love soccer, I love football, I love baseball in that order. You know what I mean? Like, there's
Mhm.
only so many
Yeah.
players you can memorize in your head.
Mhm.
But like he goes down with the ACL injury, but the Jets still did what they had to do. That puts a lot more strain on Michael Carter. He's gonna have to do his thing. He's gonna have to step up. I know this is his second year, so he's gonna have to do what he was doing last year. Realistically speaking, though, like we have to expect a lot more from Zach Wilson. Zach
100%.
Wilson is honestly one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL when he's under pressure. When he's
Mhm.
not under pressure, he's a fucking G. You know what I mean? He's a fucking G. Let's not even fucking
Mhm.
let's fucking call a spade a spade. When he's not pressured,
Mhm.
the motherfucker's a G. As soon as you make
Yep.
this motherfucker run around, bro, my man starts seeing ghosts. I think last year that's what he said. He said, "I'm seeing ghosts." Fuck is you
Yeah.
mean you seeing ghosts? Though I was like, yo, calm down. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
when you start getting pressured, don't fucking try to think you RG3 over here, bro. Bro, don't be running around like that crazy, bro. Throw the ball
Mhm.
away. Throw the ball away. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Hey,
make the right play, bro. Don't be sitting there running from left, running to right, losing yards, trying to do a spin. My man did all this shit last week only to get tackled and fumble the ball. Bro, throw it away.
he's gonna learn, Vinny. Just have patience, man. You really don't have patience. I mean, I understand you guys have been through a ringer of quarterbacks. You looking for that guy. You had Mark Sanchez, Geno Smith. You had Teddy Bridgewater. You had everybody.
Yo, first of all, don't disrespect us by not putting in Fitz Magic.
It's magic. I'm sorry.
Don't
Yeah, but
disrespect
you know what
us.
it is. I'm not going to disrespect you guys. You guys have been through it, been through the ringer of quarterbacks. Zach Wilson looks good though, man. I mean, he's gonna learn. He's still young. Got to give him some time. He's
Yeah,
still young.
here's my
He's
thing,
gonna learn.
right? We may not have the weapons that we have right now for a long time. I'm talking about wide receiver wise. Obviously,
Mhm.
we have Garrett Wilson. We just drafted homeboy. First 3 games, my man looked fucking phenomenal with Joe Flacco. He looked
Yeah.
like a world beater. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe we got this guy. I need to draft this. Not even draft.
Mhm.
I gotta pick this guy up off the waiver wire. He is like, holy shit. I never seen
Mhm.
something like this. Zach Wilson come in. I haven't seen this man since. Elijah Moore, in the first 3 games, he was getting great separation. Great separation. Joe Flacco wasn't hitting him. He was going to Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson in
Mhm.
traffic, Garrett Wilson between 2 people, Elijah Moore. So, my whole thought was, okay, Elijah Moore's getting great separation. He's running great routes. You know what I mean? When Zach Wilson come, he gonna sit there and he gonna spread it out. He gonna hit my man's Elijah Moore on the right, on the
Mhm.
left, on the right. He gonna hit Garrett Wilson down the middle. Like, he gonna have a lot of weapons. He gonna be able to give it to Brees Hall, Michael Carter.
Mhm.
Like, we gonna have mad weapons. Bro, he hasn't done any of that. So much
Give him
so that
time, man.
Elijah Moore was just like, yo, trade me. Denzel Mims was like, yo, trade me back like
Yeah,
before the
I
season.
remember that. Yep, I remember that.
Come on,
Hey,
bro.
let's see what he can do, man. Right now, pressure's going to be on him. You lose Brees Hall, that was the focal point of your offense. It's time. It's time.
You
Let's
know what I
see
mean?
what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Just give him some time, man.
I mean,
Your
it gets
defense
it,
is
it
solid.
gets on me, bro. Yo, it does. Our defense is really, really good, bro. And
Your
it
defense
starts,
is solid, man.
bro. It starts. I know we want to talk about my man Sauce Gardner right now, but in reality, it starts with Quinnen Williams, bro. Quinnen Williams,
Mhm.
the nicest Mister. I sneeze, bless you, you're welcome. You know what I mean? Like, the nicest dude on the fucking planet. My man,
Manners.
so far this year, bro, he is beating the shit out of O-line. Like, they can't control him. He's averaging 14.8% pressure rate, and it's pretty much the highest in the NFL for all defensive linemen. So my man is really causing havoc, and it's not giving quarterbacks a chance to do anything. And that's not a good thing to happen. When your offensive line can't stop somebody like Quinnen
Mhm.
Williams, and then all of a sudden you got the king up top, bro. You got the king up
Mhm.
top. Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner.
Look
Yo,
at
let
that
me,
man smile. Ooh,
bro. Sauce
that man
Gardner
is smiling
is,
like crazy for this dude. No
because
homo, man.
not only is he good, not only does he know his job, right? So he has, for a rookie, everything that you're supposed to teach. He has. All right. He
Yeah,
has the moves. He has the quick steps. He knows to
he's
do
got the
all the
tools.
right
He's
things.
got the tools.
But then that's the thing I was going to tell you. It's the things that you can't teach that he has in abundance. Bro, he's 6'2", 6'3", and everybody says he walks around and it looks like he's 6'5". Like, he has these long appendages, bro, on some serious shit. Like, on all honesty, like I told you this before. I used to work with my boy O'Shane back in JetBlue. Me and him were
Mhm.
roughly about the same height, bro. Maybe he was like a half an inch taller than me. Maybe. I was like 6'1". I think he's maybe like 6'2", maybe 6'1.5". We were almost the same height. Bro, my man, if we went for like, if I went to go touch his shoulder and he went to go touch mine, like, his hand would touch my
Touch your face.
shoulder. Bro, he'd have
Mhm.
his hand on my shoulder comfortably, and I wouldn't even be touching it. I'd be like that far away, bro.
Jesus,
And his whole
Jesus
palm would
Christ.
be on my shoulder. It wasn't even like he's touching me
Some
here.
wingspan.
Yeah, bro, and that's what he has, bro. He has crazy
Wingspan.
wingspan, and then he's great, and then he's just great, like, in general, bro.
Mhm.
Against Aaron Rodgers in Week 6, he played, out of the
Mhm.
42 snaps that he played, 11 of them were in man coverage. He
Dude is
allowed
good,
no
man.
completions on
This
2
dude is good.
targets.
Dude is good, man.
You know what
I
I
like
mean?
him.
Like,
I
oh,
really like him, man.
I don't know
Dude
what
is
he did.
good.
I don't have the stats like to include for this week because we did
Mhm.
skip that week. But I know up until Week 6, my man
Yeah.
allowed 1 reception for 6 yards and 40 man coverage snaps, which at that time
Mhm.
was the best in the NFL. And I'm sure he added to it. I'm pretty sure he's still the best in the NFL in man
Mhm.
coverage. Like, that's some crazy stats, bro. You know what I mean? In order for us to see this guy, like, in order for somebody like me to have the ability to see somebody like Darrell Revis, Oh, and I wouldn't fucking shut the fuck up about that guy because he had the corner on lock, in Joel Ortiz's words. I got the corner on lock, Darrell Revis. My man had people on. He had him on an island.
Island, on Island, Revis Island.
Revis
Yeah,
Island. You know what I mean? He
yeah.
had him on
Great
Revis
receiver,
Island.
great defensive backs do that to you. Isolate you, keep you out there, and it's just get ready for a long day.
Like, there are people in this world that are just amazing at cornerback, right? You've got the greatest cornerback I ever seen in my life in Deion Sanders, right? You've got guys like Charles. You've got guys like Charles Woodson. You've got Darrell Revis. You've got Patrick Peterson. I mean, you can throw Richard Sherman in there, but I don't really throw Richard Sherman in there because he only covered one side. But Asante Samuel, you know what I mean? Like, these dudes were like, you had to think twice. You know what I mean? Like, if you were a wide receiver, you knew if you were the best wide receiver on the team, you knew you played against any one of these dudes, you better go to sleep early, wake up early, get a good breakfast, do your stretches, do whatever you got to do, eat your Wheaties, eat your oatmeal, because you knew they were coming. And that's what we're seeing with Sauce Gardner 100%. Right now.
Tell your quarterback, hey, I'll see you next week.
Yeah, and Robert Saleh came out this week. He came out, I think it was earlier today. He was like, yo, to all the quarterbacks that keep trying Sauce Gardner, please keep doing it. Do us that favor. Just keep trying them. I mean, at the end of the day, who's been lost in the sauce this year? You want to hear a hit list?
Let's hear it.
Do you remember when Darrell Revis had that crazy ass hit list? How many wide receivers he left on the island? My man right now, lost in the sauce. Mark Andrews, Jamar Chase. Every fucking person he covered on the Steelers when they played against the Steelers, they just got locked the fuck up. Tyreek Hill, the cheetah.
That's a name.
Mr. Waddle got fucking clamped down as well. When we went against Green Bay, Lazard. And now this week, we just played Cortland Sutton. Like, he gonna keep putting people on this list. He gonna keep putting people on this list, bro.
You're on notice, man. You're on notice. Get ready.
Understand that, yo. And I told you, we sitting pretty in third place. I don't care I don't care about nothing, right? Like in regards to this, like, me and my cousin Steven, we had an argument. You know what I mean? In the beginning of the season, he was like, "Oh, there was a bet for the Jets. You know, they weren't gonna go 500 in the first 6 games." And I was like, "You should take that bet. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take that bet." He was like, "Come on, man. The Jets are gonna lose. They're lucky if they win 1 out of 5." And I was like, "Bro, what?" Bro, when we are now 5-2, he said, "Yo, you guys are gonna finish 5-12." I was like, "So what? So what? We defied expectations already. Everybody counted us out.
100%.
Everybody counted us out.
Man. You weren't expecting this play from this Jets team right now. You're playing with free money right now. Enjoy it while it lasts. This is what I'm telling you. Stop being so critical on this team. This team wasn't supposed to be here for like another couple of years.
Here's 100%. My thing, right? I'm not critical on the team, bro. I'm just critical on the way that we're developing our quarterback. You know what I mean? And I feel like we need to do a better job at developing our quarterbacks, because look at Geno Smith. His skills hasn't improved, tremendously. It's just the way that they're running their system. They're running it to benefit him, bro. And I think that's what happens to a lot of these quarterbacks. Put them in a system that benefits them, bro. Know their strengths, know their weaknesses, and play to it. Like that's how you see it.
That, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I see that, yeah.
And that's why I get a little frustrated. It isn't that I hate Zach Wilson. I love the dude. I think he's a fucking phenomenal quarterback. You know what I mean? The only thing is that, I would never bring an older lady around him. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah, he likes some Cougars, man. He loves some Cougars.
You know what I mean? Zach Wilson, the milk hunter.
Yes, that defense, though, is really, it's a top defense right now. And you have to be excited for what's going on over there. They're going to give him more opportunities to shine. They're going to give him the extra downs. Don't worry, man. Just let that defense do them, man. Next week, you got the Patriots. You got the Patriots next week, man.
Yeah, man. I look forward.
You got to be excited.
Bro, I just want to win. That's always the team that I'm super nervous.
Bill Belichick said, you know what? I'm bringing Mac Jones to start that game.
Yeah, bro. I'm super nervous.
He's looking like he's trying to test the sauce.
Oh man, I hope
I
he
don't know.
does, bro. But we gonna see.
You
We
know,
gonna
so
see.
and on that note, let me go check my fantasy roster and make sure Jacoby Myers is not starting because holy shit, he's
Yeah.
fucked. Just make
Speaking
sure he's
of
not starting. Whew.
speaking of speaking of fantasy picks, bro.
Mhm.
Do you have any like like fantasy picks or anything that you would like to talk about? In regards to like fantasy football right now.
All right. Yes, actually, I do. This is brand new. We were talking about it earlier. Zeke is injured. Zeke says he's gonna play Sunday, but I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna push it with him. You know what I mean? Like the Cowboys looking to make a run at this championship. Of course, I think they're gonna try to rest Zeke as much as possible. I think this is going to be a big week for Tony Pollard going against lackluster defense with the Chicago Bears. If you have Tony Pollard, on your roster, sitting on your bench, waiting for that Zeke injury, I think this is the game. You throw Tony Pollard in and start him because I think he's going to blow up this week.
All right, all right. What about like
You want to talk
anybody
about
that you're?
yours?
Oh
You
yeah, I
want
was
to talk
actually
about
gonna.
yours?
I was gonna talk about. I got two. I got two.
Yeah. I was
Obviously,
just saying, you got to talk about your boy from last week who
yeah,
blew up for
man.
you.
My man, he's been blowing up for 2 weeks. Even though he's going against the
Mhm.
Jets, I know they're gonna feed this man the ball, and that is
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
you guys, I'm telling you right now, if this guy is still on your waiver wire, pick him up. Even if he doesn't do good against the Jets, you know what I mean? This guy is a workhorse. He's doing what he has to do, and he has consistently put up like some crazy fantasy points.
Hey,
Yeah,
everybody, look, Belichick, you know how Belichick loves his running backs. You know how they utilize their running backs. He is not afraid to throw to those running backs. So I think that's a really smart pickup.
yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson, I wish I would have grabbed him in time, but yeah, that's a really smart pickup right now.
100%, 100%. And then if you're looking for a tight end, usually at this time, though, in fantasy football, you're looking for a tight end. Your tight end might be injured because they do all this
Get
stuff.
you over that bye week.
Yeah,
Just
bro,
get you over that bye week,
you
man.
might be wanting to look for the Denver tight end. I know that we shit on Denver a lot, but my man Dulcich, I don't know how to spell it. I don't know how to
Mhm.
pronounce his name. Dulcich.
It's
He
really weird.
definitely should be a guy that you should look to pick up. You know what I mean? He's getting a lot of targets right now. He is tied with Judy on Denver for
Mhm.
targets. So take a look at him.
Plus, I
Um,
think Judy's on the trading block too. I think
yeah, so if
we're
he if
talking
he
about
ends up
Judy being traded.
yeah, if he ends up, dipping, then that's going to be a better workload
Mhm.
for you. So keep a lookout for that.
And Denver's trying
Um,
to save some money.
yeah,
Spent a
hundred
lot of
percent.
money recently. I think
A
they're trying to
lot,
save some
a lot of money.
tons on one guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
on
so
one guy. What about
yeah,
anybody? Anybody you buying or selling at this moment in time?
buying or selling. Selling this week, definitely fucking put him on the bench. Don't even look at him, Jacoby Myers. Don't, don't. I know I'm not right now. I'm not. No. Yeah. I thank God. You reminded me. Damn, dude.
Yeah,
Yo, what's going on with Julio Jones, man? Damn, dude.
bro. I don't have no idea what's going on, bro. These
Uh,
guys just
I thought he would be a sleeper or something playing with
uh,
Tom Brady, but
I
damn,
thought
bro.
nobody. I mean, look at that whole team, bro. I told you the Bucks are in shambles. And I think just to segue again, I think the Bucks are in shambles because they went from an offensive coach in Bruce Arians, all right, to
Mhm,
a defensive coach in Todd Bowles. Like that's a
mhm.
big change, bro. That's like going from Mike D'Antoni to Tom
Mhm.
Thibodeau. You know what I mean? Like
Yep,
it's crazy,
yep.
like the shift. You know what I mean? You're going from
Mhm.
like the guy who just revolutionized like
One
pace and
extreme to
space.
the other.
Yeah, you're going
Mhm.
from like one extreme to the other. Like there's no wiggle room. So that might be the reason why a lot of these guys are not doing well because fuck, bro, Todd Bowles is like, bro, I'm not Bruce Arians. Like I'm not thinking about in terms of I'm not thinking like that, bro. Like I don't my mind doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? Like I work in like defensive, let's protect the ball, let's do what we have to do, take a shot when we can take a shot,
Mhm.
but nothing crazy. And I feel like that's what's going on. So obviously he's not somebody that you should be looking at.
No.
For me, I think one of the people that you should be selling this week is Debo Samuel. I think, before the trade for Christian McCaffrey, I think he was a
Mhm.
fringe wide receiver one. Not saying that he's not great and not good, I just don't think I think
Yeah.
they had the right quarterback to pretty much utilize his skill. And I feel like if he had a better quarterback, he would have been a number one, 100%. But he's a fringe with Garoppolo there.
Mhm.
Now that they have Christian McCaffrey, you know what I mean? I feel like he's going to be doing a lot of like, passes there. He's going to be working a
100%.
lot out of the backfield, so they're going to spread the ball out a little more. So if you have a chance
Mhm.
to trade Debo Samuel for somebody like an Amon-Ra St. Brown or a Michael Pittman Jr.,
Yeah.
definitely do that, because those two wide receivers are wide receiver ones and they're trending upward. So I feel like, before everybody starts to realize what's going on, you get to get a little quick little, a quick little trade rape, as they would call it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because you're going to be selling somebody the name, 100%.
yeah,
Somebody's going to jump at Devo Samuels. I mean, I'd put him out there on the trade block, and somebody's going to nibble at him. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Somebody's going to take that flyer on him.
you would really be
But Chris,
surprised at how much people just jump at names.
yeah, 100%. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's over there now. The main reason Christian McCaffrey came over was to take some pressure off of Debo. Debo was that offense, and now he's got to share some space with Christian McCaffrey. They like to play Debo out of the backfield. Debo expressed it so many times. He does not want to do that. He's a wide
No,
receiver. You're putting an all pro wide receiver in the running back position, where the running back does not last long in the NFL.
correct.
You're gonna kill the man. He's
And
gonna get
then
tired.
you look at Christian McCaffrey. My man has so many
Mhm,
yards from scrimmage, bro. Like, he is ready to
mhm.
roll. You could send
Yeah.
them out, backfield, out wide, down the
Mhm,
middle, wheel
yeah,
route. Like, this is what he does. You know what I mean?
mhm,
That's what he likes to
yeah.
do. So I feel like, if you have a chance to trade Debo, go right ahead and do that. I feel like this is going to be a good situation for you.
Oh,
Um,
100%. Big name to trade away. Somebody will jump at it.
correct,
100%.
correct. The next thing that I want to talk about right now, bro, is baseball. It's a little sore. It's a little sore topic for me right now because, obviously I'm a
Same.
Yankee fan. We got eliminated. I know the last time you saw me and Izzy, we both had on pinstripes in our hat. And,
Hmm.
the Yankees let us down, man. And I feel like, a lot of teams got let down this year. The Padres, they eliminated the 101 win
Yeah.
Mets. They eliminated the
Yeah.
111 win Dodgers. The Phillies eliminated
Yes.
the 101 win Braves. You know what I mean? So you're
Hmm.
looking at a lot of teams that got, like, eliminated, and then the Yankees almost got eliminated in round one. 99 wins for the season, almost got eliminated in round one. I'm not in round one in the
And in all division series.
division series. Yeah, they almost got eliminated in the
Hmm.
division series. They survived to game five.
Hmm.
And I don't know if you guys remember, but I think in episode 1 or 2, I said I don't like short series. Short series don't benefit the better team. I think it actually puts more pressure on the better team. Like, if you look at it, the March Madness is a great tournament because it's win or go home. You know what I mean? The NFL playoffs is a great fucking system because it's win or go home. You know what I mean? Like, you could be a great team and have a bad game, and then boom. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. You're gone. No more. No mas.
Hmm.
But the more
100%.
games you have, the easier it is for the better team to win. And I feel like when you are a good team and you're playing in that 5-game series, and I think this happened to a lot of the teams that got eliminated in the playoffs this year. If you split the first 2 games, you're under super pressure
Yep.
because you
100%.
are expected to win every game, right? You're expected to just blow this team out. Now this team just evened it up. Now you have to go play 2 games over there on the road. You have to pray for a split because when you have pressure and that next crowd, is there trying to root and push their team to get that extra hit, get that extra out.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It
That
becomes,
strikeout. Yeah.
yeah, like you could find yourself, if you lose game 2 and 3, going into game 4 and just you could shit the bed.
100%, bro. 100%. Right
Yeah,
now, right now you got a matchup with two good pitching staffs,
yeah,
and
bro.
let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. You got Astros versus the Phillies. Phillies pitching has been pitching out of his mind right now. Bryce Harper is on that superstar mode right now. He's
He
hitting
is.
419. He's got 4 home runs, 7 RBIs. He's leading this team right now. He's got them on their back. Uh, let's see what happens. The
Yeah,
Astros, on the
man.
other hand, Verlander, who's the pitcher in game two, Wander, or something like that. Dude, they have,
They have a
I mean,
staff, bro.
they've always had pitching and a bullpen. And you got Jordan Alvarez, you got Jose Altuve, Kyle Tucker. I can go on forever with these fucking guys because this is all, as a Yankee fan, this is all we've been seeing.
Yeah,
The
bro.
roadblock always been Houston.
And that's what I was gonna tell
And
you right there. I was gonna tell you, long series is favor the better team. Bro, we got
Mm-hmm.
fucking smacked in 4 games.
Oh,
Not a
disrespected.
gentleman's sweep. Not a gentleman's sweep. A fucking disrespectful who's your daddy smack. You
Oh,
know what I mean? And
100%,
and
man.
and another thing that I want to talk about on top of that is who the fuck do these Yankees think they are? Talking about it was so hard to play at Yankee Stadium with the crowd booing us. What the
Play
fuck
better.
do you expect, bro? Like
Play
like
better, bro.
let's be honest. Let's be honest right here,
You're
bro.
in New York. You're
You're
in New York,
not
bro.
only are you in New York, right? But you've got the fans caring more than you do. Do you want to know if the boss was alive, you wouldn't care about the fucking fans because you want to know who would be breathing down your neck right now? George.
George be pissed.
George would have been
George
right
be one
outside the
angry
locker
man.
room. George would have been right outside
Yeah.
the locker room at the end of game 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, George would be right in his fucking box, staring right down at you.
You
Like,
know what
what
I
the
mean?
fuck are you doing?
He'd have been
And
right there, bro.
this team, I don't know, man. I really don't know. They need a lot.
You
They
know
need a
what
lot
they
of
need
help.
to do? What they need to do is they need to start, stop going after these people that only hit home runs and start doing what the
Mhm.
Yankee way, bro. When I talk about the Yankee way, grind it out, bro. Grind it
That's
out. I'm talking about
yeah.
6, 7 pitch at bats. Let's go,
Yes.
bro.
Thank you.
Come
Thank
on,
you.
bro.
I mean, this is what the Yankees have been missing. The Yankees that were winning championships consistently. You know, you had Tino Martinez, you had Paul O'Neill, you had Derek Jeter, Bernie Williams, you had Scott Brocious, Chuck Knobloch, and these guys all worked in at bat.
Bro,
I think
you
we,
want
we
to you
talked
want
we
to talk
talked about this
you
yesterday.
want to go even higher, bro? You got Hideki Matsui, you got Gary
Mhm,
Sheffield, you got
mhm.
Robinson Cano, Brett Gardner, Derek
Yo,
Jeter, A-Rod,
your boy, Alfonso Soriano,
Soriano.
like
That was
bro,
what?
dudes that made a pitcher work
Work.
and not like hit the ball, but just work the fucking count, man.
The
Always
last
in a
time, bro.
3-2 fucking count. Always the Yankees were always in a 3-2 count. Everybody wants to talk about when the Yankees Red Sox play, games took forever
Ever.
because
Yeah.
both
Yeah,
teams
teams
worked the
the
fucking count, man.
what?
And that's how you fucking win. You put that pitcher in stress mode.
Bro.
I'm getting tired of seeing. We talked about this yesterday. I'm getting tired of seeing Verlander pitching in the 8th inning with
With
only fucking
70
80
pitches.
pitches thrown, bro. Bro, it's unbelievable, man. Like, what are we doing? You're swinging at everything. This is not how you play baseball.
At all, bro. And
You
I
can't
just
be
can't.
dependent on the home run. You can't.
You
That's
can't,
not
bro.
how you win.
Bro, not only that, but like you're depending on it so much that even when you do hit a home run, it's not even like a game changing moment because it's
No,
one
because you're
fucking
hitting
run.
solo shots.
That's
You're hitting
it.
solo shots, bro. You don't win the game by solo shots. You got to put up that crooked number, man. You have to. You got to get men on base. You got to fucking clog the base pass. You got to have the
Bro.
pitcher looking over his shoulder saying, "Shit, I got fucking, I got a runner on first. Oh my god, I got a runner behind me on second. I got to worry about him stealing signs and shit." You don't have that when you face the Yankees. Like
You know what I
it's
mean?
either
Like
fucking go
if
hard or
I
go home with them.
yeah,
It's like, come on, man.
if I'm an opposing manager, I'm like, yo, bro, listen, they're gonna hit a home run on you.
Hmm.
Don't worry, it's not
It's
gonna hurt
okay.
us. They'll
It's
hit three
okay. We'll
home
get you.
runs. They'll hit 3 home runs by the 4th inning. We'll be down 3-0.
Mhm. Yeah. And right now, the opposing manager is saying that, and he's saying, get Judge out now. You don't have to see him for a couple of innings.
Yep.
That's what they're saying right now. Judge is all right. You got through Judge. It's fine. You don't have to see him for a couple of innings. I'll keep you out there. See how you're doing. That's all they're saying, man. That's all you're saying. The Yankees need to go out there. They had the pitching this year. Pitching looked amazing.
Except for
You
except
know.
for closing. I think they need a closer.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about starting staff.
Yeah. Starting staff, I
You
think they
know,
did pretty good.
yeah, they did really well. They need to get hitters, man. Because in the postseason, Vinny, you're only seeing ones and twos.
That's it.
That's all you're seeing. So you need hitters. You need guys that are going to work the count, man. I
Bro.
don't know why. I don't know why the Steinbrenners let Freddie Freeman go out to L.A.
Bro.
He was if George was alive, he would have had him in Yankee Stadium, and he wouldn't have let him leave until his name was on that contract.
And you want to know who else
And
would have
that's
been
how
on that
well,
contract? You want to know who else would have been on the Yankees? Bryce
Oh,
Harper.
Judge. No, Judge
Oh,
wouldn't have
Judge would have got Judge. It
fucking
wouldn't have been. We wouldn't be in this
Judge.
situation.
No, we would not be in a situation. George would have had him signed already before the season began, and he would have came out and said, "We're also announcing that Aaron Judge is the 16th captain in Yankee history." That's
Bro.
what he would have done.
And now look at where we're in a situation. We're in a situation where Aaron
Yeah.
Judge could command $500 million, $550. You've got the LA Dodgers out there sitting there saying, "Yo, we're willing to let Trey Turner walk. We're willing to let move Mookie Betts over to second base just so
Yep.
that we can sign Aaron Judge." Are you kidding me, bro?
Yeah,
And
you got the
where's
San.
Aaron from?
Aaron's from San Francisco, and the Giants are over there saying that we are not going to be outbid. So they're preparing to bring the boy home, and this is not the Yankee team we grew up with.
Nah,
It's really not.
it really
It's
isn't.
really, really not. And they came out today and said Aaron Boone's job is safe, and I don't understand it.
I don't
I
understand what he
really
was
don't
doing
get
either,
it.
bro. I don't get it, man.
I don't get it. But they came out and said today Aaron Boone's job is safe.
And then you've got
So
people in the media saying, well, Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone are really good. If they get fired, somebody's going to jump on them. Yo, sometimes people get stale.
oh, 100%.
Sometimes people get stale, bro. Sometimes you get stale, and you're in the same organization for a long time. Sometimes you get stale. Sometimes you're not letting it happen. And let's not even forget, I mean, we all watch The Captain. We watch The Captain show. We know Brian Cashman ain't build the team. You know what I
He
mean?
did.
He inherited
Gene
it.
Michaels.
Yeah, he
That was
inherited
Gene
it.
Michaels.
You know what I mean? So
that was Gene Michaels, man.
What did Brian Cashman really do? Sign
The
A-Rod.
last good thing Brian Cashman did was bring CeCe to the Yankees.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm pretty sure that was the Steinbrenner kids saying, "No, we should go get them."
You know what I mean?
That's when they brought in Tex, and that's when they brought in fucking
AJ
CeCe
Burnett
and AJ Burnett.
Yeah, bro.
That was the last good thing Brian did. He hasn't done anything yet. The last trade he made was getting us Josh Donaldson.
Yeah. Good job. Good job, Cash.
Yeah, great fucking job. Let me tell you that.
What did he have? Like 20, 21 home runs? Batted like
he had that, bro.
Batted like 200, 215. Come on, bro.
Yeah, God, the guy is not.
We don't have
I'm really upset. Really upset. He batted 222, and he had a total of 15 home runs.
Look at that. We don't have a real shortstop. We don't have a real third baseman.
No, we don't. We really don't. We don't have a shortstop. We don't have a real, third baseman. We need a lot of help everywhere.
At least we have Aaron Hicks.
Fuck you. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry. We traded away Gio Urshela for Josh Donaldson.
But we have Aaron Hicks.
Gio Urshela hit 285. He had 13 home runs. This is the guy we traded away for Josh Donaldson.
I cannot believe this shit, bro.
The numbers. If you look at the numbers, Brian, it's not.
Aaron Hicks is not it, Brian. Aaron Hicks is. He's not
Aaron
it, bro.
Hicks. Oh,
he's not it, bro.
I'm done with this guy. I'm done with this guy. When he was injured in the postseason, again, I don't wish ill will on anyone. Man's got to make his money. But I wasn't upset. I was like, okay, that's a positive right there.
Bro, listen, I'm not mad at him getting his money, but he needs to get his money from somewhere else now. That's just my opinion.
Facts. Go to Queens.
You know what I mean? So who do you got winning the World Series?
I want the Phillies to win because I don't like the Astros, but I have a feeling the Astros will win. If you ask me, like you asked me to put money on the game, on the series, my money's going to go with Houston. Better pitching, better all around lineup, way better. The whole thing, American League and National League, I always thought the American League was way better. So I would have to say the Astros, but I'm rooting for the Phillies, man, big time.
I'm rooting for the Phillies big time. Fuck the Astros.
Oh, 100%. Aaron Nola. I'm a big fan right now.
In the words of my man Jerry, you can eat a bag of dicks. That's what the Astros can do. You know what I mean? They can
Oh,
eat a
yeah.
bag of dicks, bro. Legit,
Oh,
legit.
big time. Big time. Uh, but I got a
Now,
feeling this is going to be another Houston win.
I hear
Hey,
you.
the good news is, though, Dusty Baker might get a ring.
I mean, I like that guy.
I like
I like
Dusty.
him.
I
I
like
like
Dusty.
Dusty. The
I
thing
don't
is,
mind Dusty
I
Baker.
like him. I like him. I like him a lot. He didn't.
Mhm.
He's the one that they called in to fix the problems that they had, and he's done an amazing job. He's kept
Yeah, he was
everybody.
the face they threw on. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
and
band-aid they threw on that. Yeah, and
hell of
I
a
like
bandit.
Dusty Baker.
He was a
Mhm.
flex seal. He wasn't a band-aid. He was flex seal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Where were the Yankees at when we were looking for a manager and not looking at
Fact.
Dusty Baker?
Yeah, that's
You
a
know,
fact.
but whatever,
Dusty.
whatever.
The next thing that I want to talk about right now is the NBA. We're gonna come into this spot right here. Obviously, you guys know the baseball's about to come over, so it's about to be over once the World Series is over. So we're gonna be talking about a lot of basketball and a lot of football. There may be a point where we're just talking about basketball. This is where we really we
Mhm,
really shine. Izzy and I do. And then,
mhm.
realistically speaking, the season's
Then we
early.
get heated.
Yeah, the
Mm,
season's early. The season's early.
mhm.
Everything is looking good.
Remember
Um,
that. Remember what you just said, by the way, please.
what? Yeah,
Because I know where this conversation's going. You need to remember what you just said right
yeah.
there, because I'm going to repeat it to you
Season's
over and
early.
over again in this conversation, because we had this
Season's.
conversation yesterday. So just remember what you said, please.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna put it.
know,
I'm gonna
I'm
put a
a.
pin in that one. Remember that?
Oh,
I'm gonna
you
put a
gonna
pin in
you gonna
that.
put a pin in that one? You gonna put a pin in that
Yeah,
one?
we're gonna put
We
a
gonna
pin
put
in
a pin
that
in
one
that one.
because you remember
Yeah.
what you just said. Okay, before you start attacking my team, remember what you just said,
Oh
please.
man, that's another thing, bro. Homeboy, semi-pro rugby guy, Matt. He a net fan too, bro. So I'm expecting when I have him on, and it's me, you, and him in the room. I'm expecting to get a Brooklyn beat down. I'm not, so be ready.
Maybe we should have him. Maybe we should have like have him on after a Nets Knicks game. Just saying, or before a Nets Knicks game.
Brooklyn beatdown. That's what's gonna happen to me right there, right there. Speaking
Hmm.
of Brooklyn beatdowns, bro, what
Yeah,
is
here we
going
go.
on with your team, brother? Let's hear this, man.
Can we take that
Um,
pin out right now and
yeah,
remind you this is early in the season. Relax, man. Relax. Let's let shit happen, man.
I
Yeah, you
understand
got
it's
me
early in the
upset
season.
yesterday with the shit,
Yo,
man.
but
But go ahead.
I understand this early in the season, my guy. But let's
Mhm.
talk about it right here, right?
Go
You
ahead.
have two generational talents on your team. Two.
100%.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
100%.
You guys beat the
100%.
Raptors. You guys beat the Raptors. And who'd you guys lose
Mhm.
to in game one?
We lost to oh my gosh. We lost to Memphis and damn, now I'm forgetting.
I
I'm
mean,
forgetting now. Who the fuck we
y'all
play?
didn't just lose to Memphis. Memphis embarrassed you. Oh, you
Shut the
lost to the
fuck up.
Pelicans.
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 Pelicans. Zion Williams. Yeah, that's right. Zion
Yo,
Williams. Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
we gonna talk about this right now. One of the
Brandon
things that
Ingram.
we're gonna talk
Brandon
about
Ingram.
this right now, and I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
what the Nets' real issue is. Right, the Nets ain't got no ass. They ain't
100%.
got they ain't got no big people, bro. They got nobody that can sit there and defend anything, bro. Game one,
Mm.
Jonas Valanciunas and fucking
And Zion.
Zion Williamson absolutely fucking obliterated your team. All right. They made
100%.
you guys look fucking silly. All right. And that's because you guys have two generational talents. All right. Now we're going to keep pinning that one. In game two, you
Mhm.
guys played the Raptors. The Raptors have no fucking big men, really. You guys win.
Yeah.
Then you go to
Yeah.
Memphis. And in Memphis, everybody's going to be talking about the 38 that Ja put up, the 38 that Bane put up, the
Mhm.
37 that KD and Kyrie put up. But where's the big difference in what happened? You want to know what the big difference is? In the third quarter, Steven Adams fucked y'all up.
Yes. Yes. I
In the
mean, right
third
now
quarter, Steven Adams fucked y'all up.
we don't have anybody down there to get those boards, and that's a big part of the game. Huge part of the game. This team would have been so much better if they would have kept Andre Drummond.
I like
Would have
Andre.
been so much better.
I
I
like
love
Andre.
Andre.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Mhm.
messaged you when they got Andre Drummond last year, and I was like, oh shit,
Mhm.
oh shit.
Oh, 100%. It's a
And the
problem.
reason why I messaged you that is because Andre Drummond, he has the ability to score in the post. Okay,
Yep.
all right. You don't need him to post and score, but he has that ability.
Yeah.
Andre Drummond wants to play defense and chase rebounds. What
Mhm.
are the Nets missing? a defender,
defense and rebounds,
and somebody who chases rebounds.
Yes, 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 100%. I agree with you. We were talking about it yesterday. I think they should go out there and go get Boogie or Dwight Howard or Hassan Whiteside. These guys are available.
Yo, bro, and I'm hearing some crazy ass takes, bro, talking about, well, the Nets should wait until Vucevic leaves Chicago. Fuck are you guys talking about?
It's a long time to wait.
Kyrie's not gonna be back next year.
No, he's not. He's not extended.
KD may not be back next year. Fuck you mean you want to wait till next year, or you want to wait till the trade deadline? No, bro, you got Boogie. No. You got Boogie. All right. You got Dwight Howard. You got Hassan Whiteside. Like you got motherfuckers that are sitting there ready to go in there and really, bro. Last year when Rudy Gobert went down, Hassan Whiteside averaged a double-double. You wanna know how I know this? Because I picked him up in my fantasy league last year when Rudy Gobert went down for a couple of games.
What did Boogie do last year?
Boogie was backing up Jokic, bro. Solid. Solid.
Draining threes, getting boards, doing all the dirty work. He was doing his thing. He looked like Boogie of old for a little bit.
And then Dwight Howard, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody say. That's one of the 75 greatest players of all time. You can't tell me different.
Yeah, he's gonna go out there. He's gonna go out there, get you boards. The dude is strong. Like, that's what the Nets need right now.
Bro,
someone strong in the paint.
When the Lakers won in the bubble and they played against Denver, you know why they won? Dwight Howard.
100%.
Dwight Howard 100%. Went out there and he was giving Jokic the business. Out physicaling them. Bro, you don't need Dwight Howard to do anything crazy again. You have generational talents, bro. You have two generational talents.
Yes, you do. The thing is they need the big man to make the other team's big man tired.
Correct.
I mean, because if he's down there in the paint going up against Nick Claxton and Ben Simmons, these are they got the height, but they don't have the meat.
They don't
got the strength. They don't got the strength. That's like you playing center against a fucking 10-year-old. You know what I mean? It's like, come on.
Not even a 10-year-old. We'll make it a little more. We'll make it a little more realistic.
15-year-old.
Like a teenager. 15, 16-year-old, bro.
Yeah, like a 15-year-old. You're just gonna fucking outman them.
You know what I mean?
Just disrespect them.
Bro, I used to hate going on the court, bro. And me and you were shooting the ball around, and then some young kids come up to us, and they're like, you want to play a game? And I'm like, dude, you don't want to get on the court with me, bro. Like, I'm not flashy. I'm not going to sit there and try to cross you over like Allen Iverson. I'm going to take your ass to the post office. All right?
Back you down.
And I'm going to take you to the post office, and I'm going to give you this work. You know what I mean? And that's it. Barbecue chicken. Like, stop playing with me. You know what I mean?
Back you down in the paint.
That's a fact, bro.
Hook shot right off the backboard.
I'm going to take them right down into the post office. I'm going to show them how to mail a letter. All right? We're going to mail it. I'm going to show you that I always deliver. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just all I'm going to do, bro. Yeah. Come on. You played basketball against me, bro. What's the most annoying thing about playing basketball against me?
You in the fucking paint is the worst thing ever. Just fucking you backing me down is the worst thing ever. I didn't like it.
Bro.
I didn't like it at all.
And that's what happens with a lot of NBA players, right? So you don't like it at all, right? Because I'm up top, you're stronger than me, but I'm bumping you with my hip. I'm backing up into you. I'm doing these little things. They don't have guys on the Nets that can do that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, Dwight Howard hitting you with his hip. He hip checking you. Steven Adams put dude, yo, he was obliterating Nick Claxton.
Nick Claxton is not. He's not physically. He's got the height, but he's not that guy, man.
Bro,
the dude used to play shooting guard in high school with Ja Morant. Like, this is not. He's not. His natural. He's got the height. He's just not. He's not a center.
I'm gonna give you an example.
It just doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna make an example, right? Mitchell Robinson for the Knicks is a real center. He had problems with Steven Adams in game 1. Isaiah Hartenstein, you know what I mean? He is a center. He's a backup center, but he's still a center. He had problems with Steven Adams. You're telling me you're going to put 6'11" or 6'10" Nick Claxton, 150 pounds against fucking Steven Adams? Come on, bro.
Mhm.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
You
it's
guys
not.
need to
It's
do
not.
that.
It's not gonna work, man. It's not gonna work. Yeah, the Nets need to go out there and get a big man. They 100%. They need to.
You know what I
It's
mean?
not. It's
And
not gonna
then
work, man.
you're looking at Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? Like my man has 17 points, 14 fouls. You know what I mean? And I get it. I get it, yo. Coming off of a back injury, he hasn't played for a year. He needs some time to get him into the
Mhm,
system. I get it. All right, I get it. Like he does good
mhm.
things. He does really,
Yeah.
really good things, right? And I'm not
Mhm.
gonna sit there and tell you he's a liability, but he's a liability.
Yeah.
At this moment in time. But you gotta play him. You have to.
You have to. You have to. He's got to get acclimated. He's got to get his legs under him. They tell you this all the time that a player has to get that speed back to play in the NBA. You
Bro.
see it right now.
I
He doesn't
mean,
have his
listen,
legs yet.
he
Doesn't have
was
his
getting
legs yet, man.
he was getting cooked. He was getting cooked. Desmond Bain was cooking that motherfucker. John Morant
Mhm.
was cooking that motherfucker. I don't know what kind of food they serve you in Memphis, but whatever the fuck they serve you, Desmond Bain and John Morant was serving Ben Simmons. They was cooking that man.
Give him time, man. Give him time. Give him fucking time. It's early. Let's take that pin out again. It's early in the season. This man hasn't played in almost 2 years.
Do you want to
Like,
know? Do you want to know
give him
what
a
made
break,
me?
bro.
You want to really want to really know what changed my mind from yesterday to today? I watched Klay Thompson get fucking cooked yesterday by Devin Booker. By the way, you look a lot like Devin Booker.
I mean, all right. Let's get this out the way. I look a lot like a lot of people. Okay,
Yeah,
what was
I
it?
mean,
Mark Teixeira, now Devin Booker, Vinny from Jersey Shore. Let's get it out the way. Okay, I look like these guys.
you know what I used to tell
But they
people.
wait, man, I'm older than these niggas, man. Maybe they look like me. Fuck that.
You know what I used to tell
Out
people,
here.
bro. They used to sit there and tell me, "Yo, you remind me of somebody," and I used to be like, "Yo, you know that guy in 2K, generic face one? That's me. You generic
Generic
face two.
asshole.
You generic face two, bro."
Yo, my bad. Yo, my bad, bro. But Jerry is messaging on the fantasy message boards.
Oh, is he? What's he saying?
Y'all niggas is homos. Y'all lucky I didn't draft some shit.
Man, he's wild. He is
Yeah,
wild.
the message boards in the chat in this fucking league is out of control.
It's
It
out
really
of
is.
control, bro.
It really is.
Last night we had a conversation yesterday that didn't get recorded, right? About this dude named
Horrible, man. Because I
named
erased it
Cam.
too.
That's my boy Cam,
Mm,
right? This man is wild. We're gonna have a conversation about that a little bit later, but we're gonna continue this
mm,
conversation right now.
yeah.
I think, in
Oh,
all honesty, like I said, I watched Devin Booker cook Klay Thompson. You know what I mean? And I can see now when you don't do anything really over the summer and you're not really in game speed, a lot can happen. And we watched these dudes cook, bro. And I really did watch these dudes get cooked. Saw them do a lot of stuff. And I honestly think that when I go and I look at things, I think that Ben Simmons is gonna get better. I think he's gonna be better. Is he where he's gonna be right now? I think Ben Simmons is maybe 45% of what he can be. I think by the end of the
yes.
season, he may
Yeah.
be at 75, 80 if we're lucky.
Yes. Mhm.
I think that'll be like the maximum that we see him this year, maybe like
Give,
80,
give, give him
85%.
time.
I
Give
think,
him time.
if you really want to
Yeah.
see what Ben Simmons can do, I think that's going to be next year. I think that's how
Yeah.
it's going to be.
Give him
Um,
time. He's got to get acclimated. This once again, we talked about it yesterday. This is a new team. New system, and this is and Steve Nash is not the guy for this team. We discussed this yesterday at length. He's not the guy for this team. KD saying that Steve Nash has to go, I think it holds weight, and we're seeing it right now.
I think so
I
too.
mean, I think he's right. He's right. He's not the guy. He has to go. He's not utilizing this team as it should be. This team is not built to half court. You know what I mean?
It
Playing it
really isn't.
slow. They need to be running and gunning.
I'm
You know what
surprised
I
he
mean?
doesn't
Pin down the
implement that.
ball, run down the fucking court. I mean, you had D'Antoni there when you had James Harden, and they were outscoring people because D'Antoni was in his ear.
I told you, bro. Like
D'Antoni's
that.
not there anymore.
Yeah, he's not.
D'Antoni's not there anymore.
You
Steve
know.
Nash is there by himself. Yeah, it's not. This is not working.
You
You know,
know,
you need to be more run and gun. You have two, you have probably the greatest shooter on the planet in Kevin Durant, and you have the man with the best handles in the league and Kyrie Irving. And now you're gonna add this point forward and Ben Simmons that's it's got the defensive, player of the year all over him. He's that guy at times. He doesn't shoot the ball, but he's able to run and gun. He's able to make
he
that
is. He's able to
pass. The
push. He's
guy,
able to push the ball.
and you're not playing that style of basketball right now.
Correct.
You're asking him to walk up the court and set up the offense.
And you want to know
Steve
something?
Nash, you don't. This is not
Everybody,
the team. No,
everybody
man.
can see it, bro. Everybody can see it. That's why you guys are last in attendance and ticket sales. Everybody can see it. You're not the Mecca. You're the little brother. Your ceiling is Brooklyn. Your ceiling is Brooklyn. All right. That's it. Your ceiling is Brooklyn.
We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens, man.
You guys are gonna have you guys. Let me tell you something. The Nets, if the Nets ever win a championship, their parade is gonna be smaller than the Labor Day parade. That just goes to show you how crazy it is, right?
Yo, Dan.
It's gonna be so.
The Labor Day parade.
Smaller than the Labor Day
That's
parade. Fuck out of here,
That's
bro. They're not even gonna be walking down Flatbush or fucking Eastern Parkway. They're gonna be walking down Ocean Avenue. Fuck out of here, bro.
Wow.
Wow. Fuck out of here, bro.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens, man.
Walking down Coney Island Avenue. I don't want to hear nothing.
Stopping at Nathan's.
Yeah. Fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, I mean,
maybe they'll ride the fucking Wonder Wheel or something.
That's a fact, bro. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate. Let's go on the Wonder Wheel. Yeah, everybody know. You know what I mean? Imagine the Nets win, and then to celebrate, they go to Puerto Rican Six Flags, aka Coney Island. That would be amazing.
Wow. I would be there. I would go.
You're Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican Six Flags. Yeah.
Can't help. It's a magical place. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Only place I know where you could fucking see big ass fucking 7 foot long snakes on a fucking boardwalk. Okay, you need to relax, man.
Yeah, seven long.
Relax. Leave it alone.
7 foot long snakes. It's the only place in the world where you can ride rides, eat a glizzy, get jumped, go swimming.
Eat a glizzy, yeah.
Take a walk on the boardwalk.
Yeah. And lose your virginity all in one night.
Yo.
Coney Island, man.
Coney Island, baby. Ain't nothing wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been there a lot. I love that place. Then the next thing I want to jump to, bro, is I want to jump to the
fireworks.
Knicks.
Fireworks every Friday over the summer, people.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know, and now I wanna talk about the Knicks, right? So right now they're playing. It looks like they're playing a close game with Charlotte, and that upsets me. Because LaMelo Ball ain't playing. You need to beat these teams. They lost the season opener. They looked like they could have won in Memphis if not for the goaltend that wasn't called against John Morant, as well as the out of bounds that John Morant had at the end of the game when he ran away from R.J. Barrett. NBA came out and said, hey, listen, he stepped out of bounds. But John Morant is a superstar now. He has arrived. And he's gonna get those calls. You know, I'm not gonna cry about that. But during those games, you know what I mean, we got to see Cam Reddish play. And I feel like the Knicks are starting to use their rotations very well, but they're using their rotations well right now as they're winning games. Tom Thibodeau is fucking horrendous when it comes to rotations. I think he's a really good coach. Don't get me wrong. I think Tom Thibodeau is a
defensive
really good coach. Yeah, but like his X's and O's are trash. His game time management, not time management or game management, those are pretty good. I'm talking about like his rotation management is trash. So watching Cam Reddish play and ball out is fantastic. I feel like when Quentin Grimes gets back, I think that they need to trade Evan Fournier to LA. You know, you can trade Evan Fournier to LA and you can give us back somebody. I don't want Russell Westbrook. I don't want this guy in a Knick uniform. Figure out, you know, we get another team involved. We get you Evan Fournier. They take Russell Westbrook. no harm, no foul. We good to go. You know what I mean? I feel like that's going to be good. We have seen Jalen Brunson. The Knicks and Jalen Brunson has been amazing. I feel like this guy is what we need. I think that he has got the second best footwork in the league. I've never got to sit down and watch Jalen Brunson play a game like from start to finish all the time. But I got to see this guy do this in the Knicks uniform, and he is an amazing fucking player. And what really pisses me off is there's some people on Twitter, because I put it down. I was like, yo, Jalen Brunson, you know what I mean? He be really in his bag, and he really does be in his bag. And I was like, you could tell that this man learned a lot from Luka Doncic. And I had people telling me, like, oh, he's been in his bag since Villanova. Oh, that's because you never saw him in Villanova. Like, dude, shut the
Get out of
fuck
here.
up. Nobody watches college basketball, dickhead, unless it's March Madness. I don't give a fuck about what he. I don't go sit there and be like, let me go to a college game. Let me go watch this. No, motherfucker. If there's an NBA game on, I'm watching the NBA. I ain't watching college. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
who's
then
doing that?
on top of that, he spent years over there with Luca and Sham God. You telling me that they didn't sit there and talk about how, oh, yo, bro, when you got a guy leaning this way and your feet are like this, go this way or set him up that way. Like that's what teammates do, bro. Kyrie went to Boston. 2 weeks later, Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum out there, they in their bag with their little crossovers and they're learning
It's like they learned
footwork.
something.
Yeah,
They
bro,
learned
it
something.
happens.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
I
Like
mean,
you learn
in
shit like
every
that, bro.
in every sport, you go out there, everybody gravitates to that superstar, and that
Yeah,
superstar
bro.
starts teaching. That veteran
Bro,
guy starts teaching, and
I
that's
saw
what happens.
Allen Iverson said that he learned his crossover from somebody in college, his college teammate. Like, bro, you don't come into the NBA polished and you don't learn anything anymore. You know what I mean? Look at Jordan Poole. You think Jordan Poole didn't have the ability to dribble and do everything that he's doing right now? Yeah, he probably had the ability to dribble and shoot, but he sat there with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, and now look at this motherfucker. Fantastic
Yeah,
player.
it's fantastic.
Fantastic
He's
player, bro.
talk about him more later, but yeah, he's something else. Hey man, you have to be excited what you're seeing with the Knicks right now, man.
I am. I
But
am.
but you have to also, you got to win the games that you're supposed to win, and so far
100%.
that's what they've done. They beat right now. You've beaten Orlando and you've beaten Detroit. Those are two teams you're supposed to just blow the brakes off of, and that's exactly what they did. Jalen
And
Brunson right now, he's playing. He's giving you what you've been wanting for years, bro. And that is a solid point guard. The dude right now is averaging 7 assists a game, 17 points. This is what you've wanted as a Knicks fan. You
that's a
got
fact,
it.
bro.
Let's see what you can do right now. You should be excited. You should be happy. Go for it, bro. And
And
at
now
halftime,
we're up by
it's
11 right now.
yeah, right now at halftime, the Nets are beating Milwaukee 55-43.
Let's get it.
So that's
Let's
good
get it.
news. That's
Let's
good
get it.
news.
Let's get it.
Yes.
So let me ask you right now, bro. We're gonna start to
Yep.
bring this podcast to a close. So I just want to ask you, basically some season awards, all right?
Yeah.
As well as who do you think is under the most pressure? So quick fire.
Go,
This
go, go,
year,
go. Mhm.
what do you think the biggest storyline to look for is, player wise?
it, Draymond Green, this saga has to continue. There has to be an ending. And yes, we talked about it last night. If you didn't see it, there's a video. Vinny, I wish you could put a link in the description. There's a video of, Andre Iguodala giving the, motion there on the bench because Draymond is sucking on the teat or, sucking that cock of LeBron James over there. And the teammates on the bench, they look pissed off.
I
So
would have been pissed off too.
maybe this is why him and Jordan Poole got at it. Maybe Jordan Poole stepped up and said, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you
Right.
know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you talking about LA too much? You know what I mean?
What I'm gonna
It's
say.
something happened.
Yeah, what I'm gonna say, the biggest storyline player wise for me is Joel Embiid. You know what I mean? The last 2 years, Joel Embiid has been fantastic. Is that as good as we're gonna ever see him? Because right now, starting the season, he's not looked the same.
No.
So has injuries taken a toll on him? Will he go back to being the most dominant big man that I have seen, in the last, 10, 15 years? Or is it time for his regression? So that's what I think right then and there. And then I think that the coach that's under the most pressure right now, I'm going to stick with that same team, I think is Doc Rivers. I feel like, bro, like you've got James Harden, you've got Doc Rivers. They've traded for DeAnthony Melton. You've got homeboy. What's his
Tyrese
name? Tyrese
Maxey.
Maxey. He's getting up
Mhm.
there. You got a lot of
Mhm.
guys. This team's a lot deeper. So I feel like if they can't win this year, Ashy voice is gone.
I mean, he's had a lot of opportunities. You can't forget they also had Jimmy Butler. You know what I mean? Like he's had opportunities. He definitely should be on the hot seat. Daryl Morey's over there as a GM, and he's brought in Harden from Houston, where he's from as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try to run it back with Harden. I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't know. Of course, they have a good team on paper. I don't know. Harden's not a playoff performer. Sorry. I mean, he's just not the same guy as he was back in the day when he was with Houston. Sorry.
Okay. And
All right, mine is Steve Nash. He's on that hot seat for me.
100%.
We talked about it earlier. He's on that hot seat. You have KD, you have Kyrie, you had Harden. Now you got Ben Simmons. Your team doesn't want your star player. Sorry, doesn't want to
Doesn't
be
want you
there
on
with you.
100%.
Doesn't want to be there with you. There's a problem, and it's you. And I think if they don't string together some good games and they don't, winning cures everything. We know
100%.
this. If they don't start winning, Steve Nash needs to go. Not Sean Marks, because Sean Marks is only giving you the pieces, and he's giving you great fucking pieces. If you can't get it to work, it's you.
Mm.
That's who is on the hot seat for me more than I mean, Doc Rivers has been at it for a while longer,
Yeah.
but
And who do you think
Steve,
right now? What team do you think is under the
mhm,
most pressure?
I'd have to say the Nets again, man. I mean, you're gonna lose Kyrie next year. KD already voiced his opinion over the winter or over the summer. You really like this team really needs to come together and string together some wins because winning cures all. Again, that's all I have to say.
I think the Phoenix Suns are under the most pressure. Chris Paul's getting older. I
Mm,
mean, they've
oof.
got they've got Chris Paul getting older.
Devin Booker.
You got Aiton, who didn't get the money that he wanted to get and had to resign. Because they offered him a big
Hmm.
contract and he got matched. So he's disgruntled. Like you said, winning cures everything. But I think without CP3, they're not going to be able to win a championship. I think their window will
So,
close. So I think that they're under the most pressure this season. They have to win it.
mhm,
And then the West, it's not as good as the East, but those
mhm,
top teams, and the Clippers and the Golden State Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies are really good
mhm.
teams. So I think that they're under
Very
the
good team.
most. And who do you feel is the most overrated player coming into the season?
Most overrated player. Yeah, Draymond Green is the most overrated player ever. I mean, I don't even have to look at my notes because I can't stand the fucking guy.
I think
If
so.
you, if all right, we've had this discussion, you and I. If you're starting a team with Draymond Green, you're not winning. He's not a superstar. He thinks he is. In his mind, he thinks he's top 10.
Hmm.
He's not. He's not. He thinks he's that guy on Golden State. He's not. He's the super role player, as you call him. That's
He is a
that's
super
that's
role
all he's
player.
that's all he is. He's the most
Um,
overrated player.
I don't like him either. You know what I mean? I think the player that's the most overrated coming into this season is Anthony Davis. I think that we expect Anthony Davis to look like the Anthony Davis of like old, where everybody's sitting there talking about Anthony Davis is going to be the best player in the NBA in the next 5 years. Well, guess what? 5 years happened and he's still fucking shit. So I think he's the most overrated. I think he's the most overrated player this year. This coming into the season. Um, and I'm gonna run down right now. Who I think is going to who I think is going to win the awards this year. So I think Rookie of the Year. I told you that yesterday. I think it's going to be a slow burn to the end. I think Paolo is good, but I think Jabari Smith Jr. Is going to end up winning it because he's going to have a more solid chance of doing it out in Houston. It's a lot easier in out west than it is out east. So he'll be able to show out a little more. I feel as if the defensive player of the year is going to be Anthony Edwards. I know it sounds weird, but I feel like he's got that ability to do what he has to do there. I feel like the most improved player is going to be Desmond Bain. I know he was supposed to be it last year, but I think he's going to do it again this year. I think he's going to actually win it. Most valuable player of the year. You told me yesterday who your pick was. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And I've been really, really trying to like find somebody that I feel is going to beat that pick, and I just cannot. And I have to agree. I think that your pick yesterday,
The
when we
Magic,
first
baby.
said Luka Magic, I think he's going to be
The
fantastic.
Magic. Do you want to know who I think is going to be most improved player?
Who?
Jalen Brunson. He's getting the opportunity to run a fucking offense. He's not going to be in Luka's shadow. I think he's going to, step up this year. I'm sorry. I like Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jalen Brunson is going to be NBA's most improved player. 100%.
Gotcha.
100%. I thought you'd put a smile on your face to end this podcast with me rooting for Jalen Brunson.
Let's go,
Because
Jalen.
I like it. I mean, you finally got a quarterback out there for the Knicks.
Let's get
See
it.
what you could do. See what you could do, man. I know you're excited to watch the second half of your game, and as I'm dying to watch the second half of mine. So, yeah, let's wrap this up, man. Because
Who do
this
you have for
game,
the Roy? Who do you have for the Roy? Let's hear it out of your mouth.
oh, of course, it's Paolo Banchero. I drafted the man. I'm the
Yeah.
genius. I am a fantasy genius. If people don't know this, if you have any questions, please send them, comment. I'll answer your questions. I'll tell you who to pick up. Fantasy basketball is my forte. If your name is Jerry Tercero and you're a fucking hater, you
Or
know that the champ is right in
or
front of you.
or Chamo, or as he's being called in our fantasy chat, Rockin' Yell and Camo. So, those guys are, hey, bro, I couldn't stop dying yesterday reading Rockin' Yell. That was just making me.
that dude, this league is something else. But I have a
Yes,
feeling
bro.
Jerry's gonna Jerry this league, and you need to be careful because he might
Um,
be dropping his players soon. It's very
Now
tight.
I wanted to ask you, who do you think is going to win MVP? You already know who that is.
Luka Magic,
Who do you have for Defensive Player of the Year?
defensive player of the year. I got the claw coming back and doing his thing, man. I'm sorry. I know you disagree, but he is returning defensive player of the year. He's coming off an injury, but do not doubt Kawhi Leonard. This is something he does good, and that's play defense at a high level. All right. If I could do the laugh, I would, but that man is serious. Fucking bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
your
gonna be.
defensive player of the year right there.
Yeah, fact though. So I know that I know you touched on fantasy. Like I said, with baseball season winding down, we're gonna have more time to talk about basketball. Same thing that we do with football. We're gonna be talking about that when it comes to basketball as well,
Yeah.
keeping you in the loop with how many teams are playing, how many games are being played by each team this week. Things of that nature. I want to end this because yesterday you had a really funny trade offer with the lunch lady. I thought it was
Mhm.
hilarious. I got a trade offer
Uh,
today.
yes, pull
Um,
that up for us, please,
my man
because
wants
it's
my man wants Obi Toppin and Wendell Carter Jr., right? And he wants them for Bones Highland and Trey Mann. The man gave me a comment. He says Obadiah sounds like a guy who likes candy corn, and Wendell sounds like he plays Street Fighter and wore anime shirts in high school. I got Bones and Man. Both of them have strong masculine names. Make the deal. It's a good deal. Pull the trigger.
I
Cam,
love this guy. I love
Cam,
this guy,
you are wild, dogs. I am going to.
bro. I love it.
The only reason I haven't rejected it is because I wanted to read it on this
Yeah,
podcast, bro. This
I, I,
guy's
I
an idiot. He's an
yeah,
idiot.
I rejected the one trade he sent me yesterday because I had to send him a message back because that shit was fucking hilarious. But I look forward to his trades every day now. I am very excited to play with this man.
Oh
Very
man,
excited to play with him.
yeah, brother, yeah, brother. But yo, man, that's a wrap. Episode 3 ran a little longer. But like I said, after the next episode or the episode after that, we should be a lot shorter. But other than that, man, if it's I want you guys to take it easy, and if it's easy, take it twice. We out.
West West, yo.
Let's get it.